In this video, we'll be comparing a typical folder structure, whether that lives on Dropbox, OneDrive, like you can see we're using here. And you can see this is a typical company that might not be using any type of data management at the moment. We're going to compare the typical folder structure to how we can store our files on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform using the Bookmark Editor. So first, let's take a look at this typical folder structure that I have here. I can see Company X has designs and libraries. Inside of designs, we have all of our project folders here. Again, this is just an example of what it could look like. I can see in Project 1, I have space for my design data. Inside of my design data, I have the top level assembly, as well as the components folder that house all of the components here. I can see I have a couple other project folders here with some design data in there. And as I'm looking through my folders here, we can go and see all of the other kind of design data that we have in our project folders. I can see Project 3 has some design data as well. Let's go ahead and use something maybe from Project 4. So if I go to design data here, I'll see I have this test assembly. And if I wanted to edit this with my typical folder structure, I could just double click it to open it inside of SolidWorks. And you'll notice the part opens up just like I normally would with SolidWorks. I can edit this, make my changes, save it back to my OneDrive if I needed to, so that people can see my updates. If I was using the 3DEXPERIENCE platform, you can see that I have the add-in open on the right-hand side, and that orange save symbol indicates that this has not been saved to my company's cloud storage space. So using the 3DEXPERIENCE platform, I can save this to a typical folder structure as well. You'll notice if I use my compass to open up the Bookmark Editor, you can see in my Bookmark Editor, I have the same project folder set up here. So project 1, 2, 3, 4. If I look inside of my project 4 folder, I can see that it's currently empty. What I can do is I can go ahead and save this assembly here to my project 4 bookmark. So I'll go ahead and I'll close out of my Bookmark Editor, and by using a right click, I can save this assembly using options. So using save with options will allow me to put it inside of that project 4 bookmark. So I can see we're saving my assembly and my 2 part files. I'll go ahead and I'll select the bookmark. And I can see down here I have project 4. Notice how I have all of these other bookmarks here, showing that these bookmarks don't need to follow the typical project 1, 2, 3, 4. They're very flexible and can be made for whatever purpose that you need. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply my project 4 bookmark to all of my files here, and I can save them to that bookmark. I can now see that these files have been saved. They are now in work. I can see they've received a revision, and the green check shows me that they are now on my company's cloud storage space. And again, how do I find this file once I've saved it to my company's space? Using that Bookmark Editor right inside of the 3DEXPERIENCE add-in, I can now see all of my project folders, and if I double click on project 4 here, you can see I now see the test assembly and both of the components as well. Going back over to my list of bookmarks here, again, these do not have to be limited to just these project names. I can go ahead and I can create a new bookmark and call this whatever I'd like. I'll call this new project. Again, you can name this whatever you'd like. Maybe it's just my files or things like that, however you want to organize your data. So I'll press create to create the new project bookmark. So we can see this new project bookmark has been created. And if this assembly needs to be used in maybe project 4 and new project, I could go ahead and I could tag this file with the new project bookmark, placing it inside of that bookmark. So if I close out of my Bookmark Editor, again, I can go ahead and I can save this with options. This time I will tag the file with the new project bookmark. And again, when I go to save this, we'll see how it will be added to both bookmarks. It is one file and it's being shared between multiple bookmarks, almost like your folder structure. But instead of a file living in one folder, it can live in multiple bookmarks here. So now that I've saved this, again, I can open up my Bookmark Editor. So now I see this new project bookmark, and when I go ahead and open this up, I'll see that I have the test assembly in here as well, and I can go save those components in there as well if I needed to. But notice how it lives inside of this bookmark as well as my project 4 bookmark. So if I go back to my top level, I can see project 4 right here. When I open that up, I can see that the test assembly lives inside of this bookmark as well. So it's important to note that you need permissions to create these bookmarks. Not everybody can do that if you don't want them to, right? The admin can choose who is allowed to create bookmarks and things like that. The admin can choose who is allowed to create bookmarks. They can also choose who's allowed to see what is inside of each bookmark. So for example, if you were inviting someone into your cloud space here, you can limit which bookmarks they're allowed to see. You can say they are or are not allowed to create new bookmarks. So we can see with the bookmark editor, it's very similar to our folder structures. We can create these bookmarks, place our files inside of them so that they are easier to find later, which again, we can open them up right from the 3DEXPERIENCE add-in using the bookmark editor application. So this has been comparing a typical folder structure to the bookmark editor in the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. If you like this video, please be sure to check out our YouTube channel.